Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have. Always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And that one's good. Free.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
He's with the ball. Outside, George. Outside, Wall. Lets it go from deep. And George is good for three. George has got 7 points. George has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
A big group substitution here for the East. Okafor's checked in. Batum comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan is checked in for Irving. And George Hill's subbed in for John Wall. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Towns, he's checked in for Gasol. Griffin comes in for Pau Gasol. Leonard, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Mayo in for James Harden.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
James kicks to DeRozan. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
Paul Millsap is checked in for the East.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
The West All-Stars with the ball. They trail by 3. Mayo into the lane, up and in on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. The shot is off.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Outside DeRozan. Takes it off the glass.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Freak. Back to Leonard. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Paul George. And it's Wall. Then there's Irving. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
Light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Here's Freak. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being...
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And Lillard kicks to Gasol. Rebound by Butler.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
George against Gasol. Vucevic down low. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
And Durant, here we go.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
The East making a switch. James is checked in. Gasol with the steal. Freak with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Gasol kicks to Freak. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
At the elbow, it's Freak. Back to Durant. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Irving with a clean look. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5. A tight game here in New York. Freak dishes to Gasol. 13 feet away. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from George. Here are the East All-Stars. And Wall kicks to LeBron. Floats one up. And that one's good. LeBron's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
Freak passes to Lillard. He kicks it to Freak. Fires for 3. The shot is off. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Outside, Wall. Back to Irving. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
LeBron dishes to George. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. George has got 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Freak kicks to Gasol. Lillard with no one around. And the 3 off target. James against Durant. Picked by Vucevic. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. Irving against Durant. Fires from the wing. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. He's got 11.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
And George kicks to James. Here's Vucevic. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now the East All-Stars with it. Picked by Vucevic. Wall passes to Irving. James dishes to George. Wall wide open. It's rebounded by the West.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the leaner's probably not the best option on that shot.
Here's Freak. That one's good from the corner. Freak's got 4 this quarter.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
LeBron against Durant. Here's the screen. And George kicks to Vucevic. That's good. Vucevic has got 9.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 1. It's Durant on the wing, covered by LeBron. Here's Freak. Up and in on the layup. Freak's got the lead up to 1 now for the West All-Stars.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. West All-Stars lead by 1. And we return to the NBA All-Star game. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for George. Walker comes in for Irving. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Towns, he's checked in for Gasol. Griffin comes in for Pau Gasol. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Freak subbed in for Damian Lillard. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at the point. Towns is out there with Griffin. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Harden in at shooting guard. Thomas kicks to James. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Griffin goes in. This is to Leonard. Wide open. Rebound by the East All-Stars. LeBron's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside Thomas. No one near James as he lets it go. Cannot hit. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Griffin sets the screen for Harden. And a wide open look for Freak. And he hits it to tie the game up. Freak's got 16.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the East with some changes. Okafor's checked in, and it's Batum in for James. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Mayo's checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Outside, Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Butler. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
And here's Mayo for 3. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Okafor with the screen on Mayo. Hill drives in. Here's Okafor, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Okafor's got his first basket. Freak with it. Now Okafor defending. There's the feed to Towns. Leonard dishes to Freak. Pass to Towns. And here's Mayo from the arc. And that one's good. Mayo's got 5 now. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And the East with some changes. Millsap comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's DeRozan in for Walker. And West also making a switch. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Towns. Millsap sets the pick. A fader. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Freak kicks to Hayward. He dishes it to Freak. Up off the screen.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pick by Okafor. Millsap in the corner. Leonard with the steal. The pass to Hayward to the left wing. Here's Freak. DeRozan with the rebound.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
And offensively,
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance.
welcome everyone back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
They've got LeBron James, DeRozan out there with Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Vucevic in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. DeRozan rejected by Gasol. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Kyrie Irving's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Hill. West All-Stars with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They grabbed their own miss. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Durant doing all sorts of things. 15 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Wall's checked in.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Gasol setting the pick for Harden. Freak with it. He's picked up by Irving. Gasol kicks to Harden. 4 on the clock. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists tonight.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Back to Wall. George sets a screen for Wall. Irving passes to Vucevic. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Freak dishes to Gasol. Pass to Gasol. To the paint. Here's Freak. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
And Wall kicks to LeBron. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Six on the shot clock. West All-Stars with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Scooped up. Here's Harden, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And here are the East All-Stars now. A 12-point game. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Wall passes to Vucevic. Back to Wall. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Gasol's shot is good.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And Wall kicks to James. On the wing, George. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Been a very solid outing for George. He has 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And it's the West All-Stars ball. Here is Lillard. It's deflected. Now, Freak. Back to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Here's Freak. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Freak's got the lead up to 12 now for the West All-Stars.
Timeout, East All-Stars.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what head coach of the East All-Stars said to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Vucevic. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Freak with it. He's picked up by Irving. Outside Durant. Gasol up top. Pulls it from 20. That's short off the rim. The East All-Stars running out of time. Wall dishes to George. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. George has got 4 this quarter.
When they pulled up from mid-range, more often than not, they buried it.
And that shot might not be the #1 option, but if the D will give it to you and you get it in rhythm, that's the one you take. And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
.137 left to play here in the fourth. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's foul number 2 for him. .131 left in the fourth quarter. George with no one around.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now here's Freak, defended by George. Over to the wing. Here's Freak. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Freak. 22 points and 4 assists as well. He's giving them just what they would have hoped for today.
Even more, I'd say.
And both free throws good from Freak.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Here's George, and Gasol sends it back. And he gets it back, but they get it back. Vucevic with the bucket.
Vucevic for 2.
55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's West now. 10-point lead. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Feeds to Durant. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
George passes to Vucevic, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Walker's shot is off. Outside, Russell kicks it to Freak. So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Freak. He really came out of the gates with a nice rhythm, hitting his first 3 shots to get his team going. Shaq, what'd you like about his game?
Can you say freak-alicious? Watching this guy all season, I think most of us were expecting him to go off. He did not disappoint. It's a tremendous honor to be named MVP of the All-Star Game. Big-time career underway for this young man.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some